up, YouTube? It's your boy Hardball, and today we're going to be answering the question, should you buy a 600 for your first bike? And the answer to that question is yeah. Alright, y'all, the question that gets asked so very often, should you start off on a 600? Such as like this one I'm riding on, 2022 Kawasaki ZX-6R 636. The first question that needs to get asked is, because it's not a simple yes or no question, it really depends on, in my opinion, the person's experience with anything previous to this, such as if they've ridden four-wheelers, dirt bikes, as well as the maturity levels. So with that being said, say you are somebody looking at purchasing their first street bike and you want to start on a 600, I think what's also important to ask is what kind of bike you're getting, meaning year, make, and model. I think that does play a major factor in that a lot of people aren't talking about. We can use my bike as a prime example, and it was one of my deciding factors is purchasing my first street bike, which was this bike right here that we're on right now, was the fact that it does have power modes. A lot of newer bikes these days have these power modes that help kind of tune down the bike so you're not getting the full beans right off the bat when you leave your dealership with your new bike. So if you are a little more timid on purchasing your first street bike and you still want to get that 600 instead of starting off on a 400 or smaller, these newer model bikes have these power modes. Like right now, you can see, if you can see on my gauge with that sun glare, I'm currently on full power mode. Now I never actually started on lower power mode because I was pretty confident in myself and my abilities from my dirt bike experience starting off on full power mode on the 600, and I did just fine. So I've never actually put it on anything less than full power, but from what I've seen and from what I've read is that it does cut the power out significantly, so you have a lot more wiggle room for making some mistakes. Also, traction control. These newer bikes have these pretty sensitive traction controls, so you're not worrying about your rear wheel spinning out if you give it too much gas and whatnot. It'll cut power, and then you'll be able to stay on track. Additionally, a lot of bikes have ABS, anti-locking braking system. So this bike has that as well. So if you do end up into an emergency situation where you maybe squeeze the brakes a little too hard, too fast, and you naturally the tire is going to want to lock up, well, this sensors will ease off the brake a little bit. That way you don't lock up your front tire and you go flying over your handlebars. So there's all these great new safety features on these newer bikes that a lot of the older model generation bikes don't have. And you'll ask a lot of these veteran riders saying that a lot of those rider aids are more like handicaps and doesn't really help you learn how to ride a bike, and I beg to differ. I think a lot of those safety features help people that may be a little bit more timid but really still want to learn how to ride a street bike, I think it's nothing but a good thing to have extra safety features like that, just to kind of get you off your feet and going on a street bike. Now, should everybody go out and get their first bike be a 600? Absolutely not. It goes back to my original statement earlier saying, what's your maturity level, A, and B, what's your overall background and experience riding motorsport vehicles? I can give a prime example of somebody I know who has never ridden a street bike before and wants to get a street bike, but she's got pretty much no experience riding anything motocross wise, be it dirt bike, four-wheelers, but she's extremely mature, a desire to want to ride a street bike, and feels comfortable getting on something slightly bigger, but nothing too big. And so my recommendation to her was getting a 650, one of the Z650s that Kawasaki makes. She told me she didn't want to have a bike that you lean forward too much and wants to be more comfortable, but still wants the cool street bike look. So I recommended one of the Nakeds to her, and she's now looking into pursuing getting one of the Z650s, and we'll see how that goes. But I'm fully confident in her to be able to take on something like that that still also has different modes. Thank you. Out here today. Guy for a minute, see where he's going. Man, my windshield is vibrating. Yeah, guys, I just kind of wanted to give you guys what my thoughts are on starting on 600s, whether it's a good idea or not. I hope this kind of helped you guys maybe make your decision on your first street bike purchase, on which size you're going to start off on. And I hope it kind of made sense as well. Whew. Run. There goes my friends. Alright, well that's going to wrap up this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you do have any questions, feel free to ask. I do a pretty good job of answering those questions, I feel like, so fire away. Until next time, peace!
Close your eyes.